Hello and welcome back to Root Work with Shamina. This is another episode for you dealing with the real issues that we're facing today. And so today's topic is called Unlovable. And this was a topic that fell upon my heart that I really, really wanted to get up here and put because I think that in this day and age, I'm not sure what shift has taken place, but something has happened where people are no longer able to hide behind the things that they once used to cover up who they are. Whether that was their jobs, their clothes, their friends, their, charisma, all of those things that you once used to hide behind are now falling down and you are being exposed spiritually. People are being exposed spiritually. If you notice, just the people who you used to idolize, the people who we used to follow, are being exposed, not just physically, but they're being exposed spiritually. Their character is coming into question. Their motives and the essence of who they are is being exposed in the open, publicly. And this is happening on the highest scale to the smallest scale, the everyday average person to your celebrities. And it's not by accident. It's because for a very long time, many of us have been able to hide our insecurities and mask them as pride and confidence, all the while stomping on the people around us, fooling them and tricking them into believing that we are the best, the cream of the crop. When in reality, when we go home, many of us are lost, confused, living a life of contradiction. If I'm so great, then why don't I have the things that great people have? If I'm so perfect, why is everything that I touch so unperfect? This is a reality for a lot of people. And so I want to talk to the title of this thing is called Unlovable. Because I want people to understand that adults are not just born, right? We don't just come out of our mother's wombs wreaking havoc. Adults are shaped. And when we're born, spiritually, every circumstance that's around us during that time of our conception impacts us spiritually, impacts who we become and who we won't become. It is more than just making sure that the child is born with five, all 10 fingers, 10 toes. They can see, they can speak. That's the bare basics. But behind the veil, is this child whole? Was mommy depressed during her pregnancy? Was daddy overwhelmed? All of these things impact who we are and why we are or why we're not. And so there's a group of people who feel unlovable. And that's who I want to talk to today during this video. There's a group of people who they start off meeting others and everything goes well, and then all of a sudden friends fall off. People don't last. Relationships don't last. There's this feeling of emptiness and loneliness that you can't escape. And you wonder why. Why is the lady next to me able to capture people with her spirit and her voice? Or even if she says nothing, why is she able to radiate love and invite love in? And I only invite in chaos. Chaos finds me. Confusion finds me. Liars find me. People don't stick for long. People don't stay for long. Not the ones that I want. What happened? What about me is different from them? How come this man can find a virtuous wife and I can't seem to find a girlfriend who will even partly impart something good to my life? What's the problem? Well, I'm here to tell you spiritually, it started from the womb. See, when we have sons and daughters that we don't love on, the energy and the spirit around them is not love. When you're annoyed with your child more than you are loving to them, when you think they're a problem and they're in the way, when you are putting on to their spirit inconvenience. You are a problem to my life. You are a burden to me. We might think that it's just our feelings, and as long as we don't say it to the kids, it's okay. They don't know how we really feel, but they do. Their spirit picks up on every action that you do after that. The harsh discipline, the lack of communication with them, the lack of interest in who they are and who they are going to be. All of these things play a part. Then they grow up and become adults. And now this energy of inconvenience, burden, problem swarms around them like 1,000 spirits not willing to leave them. And everybody that they meet, anybody that try to love, is met by these spirits, these energies that you've put on your own child. Now they wonder why trouble finds them. Why even when they try to do the right thing, it seems like it always turns out wrong. They don't know how to love. They don't know who to love. They're looking for love in all the wrong places, going to their jobs and trying to make forever friends out of their bosses and their coworkers. They're completely lost. Picking men that are completely unattainable, picking women that would never be considered for mothers and wives. Why? There is a spirit and an energy that takes place that is so fragile when a child is young. And so often, parents who have no idea how valuable their relationship is with their children, how important it is to pour in positivity, positive affirmations into your child, to show interest in them, to treat them like they are a significant part to this world. So often, many people are not getting that. And they grow up. And they grow up to become adults with holes in their souls, trying to fill it with whoever's willing. And that's where it gets dangerous. Because a starving man will eat anything. And we don't want that anymore. One of the biggest things one of the reasons why I'm even doing this channel is because I'm passionate about my people, my melanated people. Restoring relationships, restoring positive friendships, restoring a sense of community and accountability. And that comes from being honest. And the truth of the matter is that not every child was raised to be good. Not just good in their actions and following rules, but good in spirit. You ever been in a room with somebody and you're like, I don't know why, I just don't like them? They didn't say nothing. They're just being themselves, doing what they do. And you're like, oh my gosh, I don't like them. Their energy is something about them turns me off. Those are the spirits I'm talking about. They have no idea what's being given off. They're living their life. Some of them believe they're living their best life, actually. But when the truth comes down to it, and they look at the things of substance, and they look around and they say, hey, I don't have anything of substance. In 2025, life and time, these two elements are telling us the truth. They're telling us that no matter what we thought we had, when we look around now, we're realizing it's not what you tell people. It's not how you present it. Time is telling on you. The people who point at everybody and say, that's the problem, that person's the problem, and this is happening, and this guy ain't nothing, and this girl ain't nothing, but they're growing and you're not. Time is telling on us. And so it's time to face why that's happening. Why is that happening? Why people can't make it work with you, but they can go somewhere else and make it work? What about you? What happened to you? Because see, some of us are sitting here saying, I'm doing my best, and it ain't about me, it's more about them. But guess what, honey? There's a little bit of truth in every lie. In every terrible thing someone has said about you, they needed a truth to root it in. So it was either that you were an amazing human being and they tried to tell you you weren't, but they needed that truth. They needed you to really be amazing, and so that they can come up with that lie that you aren't. Or if they tell you that you're a selfish person. And some of us have heard that over and over again from different mouths, and we still tell ourselves, it's them, not me. It's time to face what really is. And if you know you grew up in a toxic situation with toxic people around you and in a toxic environment, then you have to understand that you might be one of the unlovables. You may have those unlovable spirits around you that seek out other unlovables just to keep the pain going. So how do you change it? You change it by understanding. You change it by taking the journey into your past. Understanding who mommy was, understanding who daddy was, understanding what you were missing. And you start patching up those holes in you. The loneliness, the emptiness, the feelings of being unwanted and undeserving. And it's going to hurt, but it's going to be worth it because nobody can fix you like you. So I challenge everybody at the sound of my voice, if you've ever felt unlovable, if you've ever felt like everything you touch, instead of turning to gold, withers away and dies, there's a reason for it. And it doesn't always have to do with you being a bad person. It has more to do with the fact that somebody put something, they planted a seed in you before you even knew that it was there. And that seed is now grown, and it's offending people, and it's turning people off. And it's up to you to dig in that root, dig and pull it up from the root, so that you can be who you want to be. You can be you without the hand-me-down ignorance of your parents, the hand-me-down ignorance of an old relationship, without the scars that hurt people give to others. So if you ever felt those feelings, know that it is not the end. You're not crazy, but what's happening really is happening. People really are being turned off by you. You really are not living your best life. There comes a point where you have to be honest about that. But once you do that, guess what? Love is out here for everybody. There's enough to go around. You can heal. You can fix it. And then you'll notice it by the quality of friends that come to you, the quality of men and women that come to love you, the quality of opportunities that come to you will start to improve. I promise you. But you got to dig that thing up by the root. That seed has grown now, and it is now a plant in your garden. You have to find it, dig it up, and fix it. We all do it. We're all gardeners in the world, in our lives, of our aura. And we have to do the work to till our own land, which is this body that God gave us, to make sure that it's free of the weeds and the seeds that people planted that we didn't even know were there. So I hope this short video was helpful to somebody. It's never a good feeling to feel abandoned or to feel alone. And my heart goes out to those people who feel unlovable and who are living an unlovable life simply because they just don't know how to get out of it. They don't know how to get out of the wheel of chaos, the wheel of disappointment. But just take the first step. Again, by joining this channel, by talking to somebody. I'm a huge promoter, coaching, therapy, talking to people, so that you can hear a different version of events from somebody else. You can learn from anyone. The lady at the bus stop, the man driving the bus. Pay attention, because one thing I do know is that God has an amazing way of sending those abandoned individuals, those people who feel like they have nobody. He will send you message and word and angels in your life to come and bring you a word of encouragement. We're never alone. Our ancestors are all around us. Our spiritual team is rooting for us. And as soon as you decide that you want to really do the work, everything starts to shift in your favor. So you are not alone. Once again, I hope this video was helpful to someone. Please like, share, and subscribe. Find me on TikTok and Instagram. And if you have a topic that you want me to talk about, please leave it in the comments. I thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.